Well, back to it. Well, that sprat is having a time of its life. Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope that sprat has the time of its life. It's right here then.
Want to go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the Veil?
They have to change their ways and move out there and learn how to behave properly, perhaps, or give up the whole idea of this type of horribly exploitative capitalism. Either way, doesn't seem like the worst. Right, so I do have to get in here. How? I almost feel like I was close to getting in there at some point, but I don't quite remember. Because it's the bathroom down there. I can't get to it through there, I don't think. Bard. That doesn't help. Okay, well, I feel like this is probably a lot easier than I'm making it. Again, that's the bathroom. This leads upstairs. Is there a way through here, perhaps? Nope. This is also barred, I would assume. Yep. So what's the plan here? It's probably not behind there, because that would be ridiculous. To gate it in that way would be very Sierra Adventure gamey. Yeah, a little bit frustrated at the moment. Okay, what's this over here? How do I get back to that place with the workbench? Was it just down here? It must be through here, because there's no other way, so it's gotta have been through here. Okay. Now we're making some progress. Okay, yeah, alright. Good. Now feeling silly.
Halt. Together. We're pretty good at this.
Yeah, I know. I've mentioned how fiddly I find the looting, right? Because boy, do I find it fiddly. Well, these sentries did a good job blasting each other into little pieces, so congratulations to them on that.
Inside voices.
Yep, inside voices. As we often have to remind Leon. There's that drone. You did pretty well in the Battle of the Bands there. Battle of the Bots, I should say. Nothing hiding over here. And there's our friend, Routing Switch, who we always knew. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and unbar that. And this. Better. Much better. Now I'm going to throw that switch. I just have a feeling that they're going to throw something at me the moment I do this.
That's the last.
Or maybe not. Some type of creme, eh? Well, as long as it's fresh. See, that was easy. Still can't get through that door, though. I think my stats were dropping. Because when I look at that door, I had a lower chance of doing it then than I did now.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
That's for
Hey,
sure.
mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
No, they don't. You're right.
Miss McDevitt's been using corpses in her fertilizer. The thought just makes my skin crawl.
It didn't
Sure,
last
she's found a
time.
solution, but it ain't exactly pleasant. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Okay, so last time that we talked about this, you said you would not mind volunteering to use your body to fertilize the crops that fed people and kept them from being ill. And now you're squeamish about that. I know your concern before was that they didn't ask permission, but I think if everybody was part of that community...
Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Alright, well thanks for your input.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I understand.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
So here's the thing. Edgewater, the community, not necessarily bad people. They are victims and they are victims of rampant free market capitalism that has been allowed to become toxic and putrefy to the point where, well, you've seen what's going on in Edgewater. Adelaide, while I don't agree with the way she's set up her community in a somewhat almost religious fanatic situation, she is doing things to make sure that people are safe and healthy and are able to actually live off the land on which they are existing, as opposed to simply canning rats, which is leading to people getting a plague and dying, and them not caring or giving the medicine to take care of them because profits, even though they clearly have access to the supplies. I mean, to me, the choice is fairly clear. Okay, back to Edgewater. I'm sorry, Parvati.
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
There's space at the botanical lab. Well, I can't fast travel from in here. I have to leave first. Alright. Fine. I'll leave. Right after I sell all my junk. And buy a bunch of heavy ammo. That could be useful at some point. That, though, will be useful always. I like that. And what's this one? Right, the one I already looked at, obviously. Sure is. Alright, let's see how the writers decide this one goes badly. I do actually need to get back to the cannery. No, I don't need to go back to the cannery, because we found the thing that we are going to fix. So we're going to go to the botanical lab first. Oh, so that's the cyst pig. It's not the worst unless it's the borscht worst. Borscht worst? That's nothing. Okay. Where is over here? Further. There you are.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Got you the last one.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one? The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals.
I mean, it was.
Complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen.
I hope so.
Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I don't think she's interested,
I'm glad we
Thomas.
can help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Electrocharged surface. Alright. Electrocharged surface. Oh, I like that. This is a gadget, so... Excellent. No gadgets for you. No utilities for you either right now. Alright, let's do some repairs. These are fine. All of these are fine at the moment, I think. Actually, there was that other assault rifle we got, this one. What if we modify this one? Oh, it can take up to 3 magazine mods. Okay. Let's make this in... Okay, so we'll put the plasma one in there. And the... Oh. Okay. So it says 2, but you can actually only put 1 in. Good to know. We've learned something today. We learned something today, and all it cost us was our soul. Okay. So it's not plasma, but we do have the bolter pistol for plasma. If that's what we want to play with. Alrighty. Nothing to modify that with, unfortunately. I want to put it in. There we go. And why don't you have an electrical handgun? Okay. Let's go and talk to Adelaide over here. Where are you? Are you not in here? There you are.
You hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the veil like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence.
I mean...
Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go.
Mm-hmm.
Not as many as you'd think. We're not about to let the whole town join our flock. Just the ones willing to renounce their corporate loyalties and live the way nature intended. I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life.
Yeah.
You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined. You are welcome here.
That's cool. Alright, well... Oh, okay. More retrofitted heavy power armor. I mean, sure, I'll take it. At this point. Not much I can do otherwise, right? Alright, so we'll see how this shakes out. Check in with everybody over here.
Something I can help you with? Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Yeah, we know about the canid meat. 34% discount. I've had those bananas for a long time now. I think it's time for them to move on to the great banana store in the sky. Okay. Let's go see what Reed thinks about all of this. He's probably not very happy with us. Eugene W. Smithers, Sportarium. Alright, well, I'm just gonna head on into the cannery.
Work fortifies the spirit.
Work fortifies the spirit.
Yep. I was sure I'd found another entrance at one point. Hello, Evrignon.
I put my whole life in that cannery.
You must be very proud.
Hey, buddy.
You want to know what gets my bile churning?
Everything.
Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn.
It was.
I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it? That power regulator is company property. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
Okay.
All right, easy now. Let's not do anything we'll regret. I'll order my guards to stand down. Take what you came for and then leave us be.
Gladly.
Stand down, all of you. We're done here.
Yes, you are. Out of my way. I'm busy. Anything you want to chat about while we're here?
Is Reed hiding in there?
Got my hands full at the moment. Make it quick, please.
Never mind then. Okay. Well, journal. I guess we've still got these fingers, but there's nowhere that's actually on the oh, it does tell us where to go then. If we go to the geothermal power plant, it shouldn't be too hard to get to the rest of the fingers. I know that's a fairly bleak thing to say, but you know. 248, 125. One of those numbers is smaller than the other. So obviously, we're going to go to the one that's smaller. Assuming we can find a way up here. Is that a way up over there? Maybe we've got to go around. In which case the other direction might have been faster. Oh, no, there's a path here. Oh.
Don't mess with us.
It's okay, just birds. Alright, I'm here for your fingers. Look at that. Stunning. Nothing to see here. A hunting rifle.
Ready for this. Nice one.
Yep. Horrifying. Hope we kept the finger. Oh good, the finger was left intact. Wouldn't want to have lost that, I guess. I was perhaps a little bit beyond their strength level at this point. But, you know, I am the fated wanderer, etc. I gotta take my dose anyway before I start getting jittery. Alright, and then off to the next.